Hey, hey. What is up? How's it going, everyone? It's amazing to be back. Let me just get some nice little background tunes going. Doherty, awesome to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well out there. Cool. There we go. Some nice meditation vibes from Minecraft meditation vibes. How's it going? There he is. Yes, here I am. No coffee this afternoon. A little too late for me, but I do have a drink of choice. Yes, indeed. Maybe I'll turn that down a little bit, but I hope everyone's doing well out there. I just beat Skyward Sword HD. Took me just about 40 hours. I forgot how long that game is. Very, very long. And I did appreciate it more on this playthrough. So that was cool. Been reading Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, as those of you in my Discord probably saw. That's been nice. Been really digging that. Lots of reading lately. And been cruising along otherwise. Congrats. Thank you. What have you been playing these days? XP, good morning, good afternoon. Hello, my friend. It's pretty well. Work is interesting. I'll leave it at that. I'll be political about it, but it's good. I've been very, very busy. Very busy. So I haven't had time to devote to everything I want to, but I've got some more time freeing up now, so it's going to be good. How are you doing, XP? Hey, Wing King. How's it going, man? Oh, appreciate you. Try to bring some chill vibes to YouTube. So much of YouTube is not very chill, I find. So glad to hear that. Mostly our Red Dead Redemption 2's had your soul lately. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one, man. GTA 6 has been stirring up quite a bit of drama lately, huh? With the whole leaker situation. You know, personally, I would say my stance on that is leaking is bad. You know, at the end of the day, I think that perhaps there's a noble cause there to try to protect the physical media, but obviously not the right way to go about it. Me personally, I think I've said this to you guys too. Not the most excited for GTA 6, but if it has anything like Red Dead Redemption 2 had with the ecosystems, the wildlife aspect, I'm in. But it's GTA, so I think the humans are kind of the wildlife of GTA, right? Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably a top 5, top 10 game for me. It's got story, world, gameplay. It's got it all. I recently started up to Final Fantasy V, which is a game that I feel like no one really talks about. When you talk about the series, everyone talks about Final Fantasy VI as kind of the last, 8-bit Final Fantasy. The real great one. And then you have, obviously, everyone talks about 7, 8's kind of, people don't talk about it as much. 9 has that whimsy, 10. But 5's kind of buried in there. You know, 4 was really great too. 5's kind of in between, but it's been fun so far. And I've also started playing Dead Cells. More for video purposes, because as you guys know, I don't necessarily like to play two video games at once, but I'll do it on occasion still. Yeah, used to be excited about it, Doherty. But the hype died down. Yep. Yeah, I think I was more excited about it. You know, maybe I started out at like a 5 out of 10, but my hype has died down quite a bit, I would say. But, I mean, I'm happy for everyone who likes it, you know, at the end of the day. Too many people have too many, in my opinion, strong opinions about things. They hate something before they've even seen it. They hate everyone who likes it. They hate everyone who hates it. You know, I try to just take it as it comes. I'm happy there's a game called GTA 6 that people are going to like. And that's all that matters to me. XP, you're not doing bad. I saw your other message. Dealing with emotional turmoil when a video doesn't do it as good as you'd hope. Yeah, you know, that is the emotional roller coaster of the video publishing is tough. I'm with you, man. Some of my favorite videos are the ones that don't do well sometimes, but you know, I think I love all my videos. I try to treat them like children. Try to love them all equally. It will find who it needs to, XP. I love that. Aqua's Torm, you don't think they're leaks at all? I think it's a covert promotional move operated by Rockstar. That is interesting, okay. I mean, I'm down for a good conspiracy theory. I like that. That's cool. I haven't found anything that's screaming to me that that's the case, but also Rockstar would be the company to do it, right? So I like that. Yeah, Wing King, as you've gotten older, you see something that looks interesting. You don't even look at reviews. Yeah. Yeah, it does go for all media. Exactly. You know, for instance, the Odyssey that just came out, I mean, depending on who you ask, it's the worst version of the Odyssey that's ever been put into film. You know, it's completely inaccurate to the story, and for that reason, it's completely unwatchable. And there are definitely some inaccuracies that I've seen on the internet, but depending on who you ask, it's either the best film, Nolan's worst, Nolan's best. So, yeah, exactly. I'll go watch it myself, and that's, I have a few people I trust, but I'll go watch it myself, and that'll treat me pretty well too. Yeah, there's always going to be the 50-50 that'll say it was worth the wait. Yeah, it's exactly, man. You got it. You know, I love the setting. Exactly, Doherty. I love the setting, and that was kind of what got my hype. Built up for it was the setting, because I did recently replay San Andreas last year or 2 years ago, and it didn't hit the same. Banging soundtrack, but it didn't hit the same as Vice City. So, yeah, great setting, and I'm excited to see. I'd love to see some alligator stuff, because I loved all the wildlife stuff in Red Dead Redemption 2, how the carcasses decayed, how they interacted with each other. Like, I'm a sucker for that stuff. Absolutely. XP, I'm excited for that video we're gonna have too. I'm planning to edit that after tonight, after this stream tonight. Yeah, that video with Chiral is also, right now I have the video with you, I have my own video, and I have the Chiral video. And, you know, right now in order of priority, I want to do yours, and then I'm going to do Chiral, and then mine, so. Two handsome blokes having a yap. Thanks. Yeah, you know what? He's a handsome guy. I won't speak for myself, but I appreciate that. Two handsome blokes talking about life. Doesn't get much better than that, right? Claude, Tommy, and CJ walked so Michael Franklin and Trevor could run. That's deep, Doherty. That's deep. That's deep. Let me, I'm going to pull up a little preview of that podcast and just kind of tell you a few of the questions, a few of the topics that we talked about in this 2-hour conversation we had. So I asked him, like, why do you play? Like, why do you play games? How you spend time on games versus hobbies versus chores. Why do you, or how do you decide when to drop games? Discovering, losing, and then finding the joy for gaming again. How do you consume game media? YouTube fame. That's always a fun one to talk about. It was a nice time, and we had a great conversation before that too. It was really fun. I haven't even seen your newest video. I wonder if it didn't hit the algorithm nicely, XP. There's another XP Legacy, which is funny. Why do we always come back to... Yeah, I didn't even see this video. Your thumbnails have been popping off, man, I must say. Red Dead Redemption would have been everybody's top 5 to 10 if they didn't. Yeah. I could see that argument. Online did not hit as much as I wanted it to, but I think that the beauty of Red Dead Redemption 2 was being in that world alone, you know? Maybe the thing I can't figure out about the 2-hour conversation is how much gameplay I want to put in it, or whether I just mostly want to do just us talking, you know? That is the question. What do you guys want to see? If there's 2 hours of me and this other guy having a conversation about life and games and everything, would you rather just straight 2 hours of us on video? Or would you rather, kind of like my videos, it's, you know, half and half, or maybe a little more FaceTime and then some gameplay? I'm curious what format would be interesting to you guys, because otherwise it's just like a video podcast, which is still cool, or it's kind of like a video, regular video, just 2 hours. Maybe I can, I think I can, yeah, pull. Let's do this. Let's try it. Let's do it. Pull, pull, pull. Half and half sounds like a good balance. Callahan, hey, I'm happy to have you here too. Yeah, I was thinking I was going to start Dead Cells in just a couple minutes. Usually just like, you know, I'll talk for like 15 minutes or so. And then start up some Dead Cells. Last time it was Splatoon Raiders. You'd think of the gameplay footage like sprinkles on a cake. Oh, and we're the cake. That's saucy. I like that. More YouTube of gaming when you discuss a game, yeah. Yeah. I think that's the way to go too. I think a lot like my videos would make sense. Cool. We'll close the poll at 6:45 and then I'll start Dead Cells. Has anyone here played Dead Cells? That is the question. A game that I just started. It's a fun little game. Dangerously fun. One of those type of games. It reminds me of Hollow Knight quite a bit. Dally, how's it going? Great to see you. And I'm glad I could finally stream. Hopefully a new video from me in the next couple of days. And then I really want to post the podcast at the end of the week. I feel like that makes sense. Callahan, never heard of it? Okay. Cool, I'm excited to pop it in. All right. Let's see. Some gameplay edited in is the winner. 7 votes. Quick poll, but hey. That's the winner. Great. I think that's what I'm leaning towards as well. What's a gaming take that left you dumbfounded? I feel like I see a few per day, honestly, Doherty. What is a gaming take that left me dumbfounded? You've always got the great questions. Anyone else, feel free to enter too, but there's a lot out there. Let me just browse through really quickly and see. I have some of my own that I think would dumbfound people, to be honest. But I can't think of any that I've heard that have dumbfounded me right now, but too kind. I think if someone gave me the silly enough take, I'd let them know, but yeah, I don't know. I try to see where people are coming from with most of their opinions, but there's definitely some bad ones. Like, there's got to be some horrible one about Zelda or something. I think when people say Skyward Sword is the best Zelda, only because that's on my mind, then I become concerned for them. All right, let's switch this over. Got the full catalog. Bam. Here we are. We turn off this music. Here we go. Got some great music. I have the Santa Claus outfit, as you can see. Got to bring myself back into the equation here. Oops. Let me just adjust myself, guys, and then we'll be good to go. I think I'd be best up here. Every game, you know, it's tricky. You have to figure out what's the best place to put my head. I think this is an okay place. There's nothing too important in the top right of the screen. Whoops. What's a gaming take that drove you crazy, Doherty? You have about 10 hours in Dark Souls. Fun to pick up without having to remember the buttons or story. Yeah, and you know, that's one thing I've been trying to be really much more intentional about, is trying to remember this, trying to, you know, decipher the stories of games that are like hard to tell, you know, like Dark Souls, trying to learn what I can without looking stuff up. And this is a game that is much like Dark Souls, where you have a bit of lore sprinkled in here and there, but you kind of have to figure it out on your own. My audio might be slightly delayed. Yeah, I think it is. But yeah, it's basically, you know, it has kind of the fast-paced style of Hollow Knight, but more of a roguelite kind of elements to it. So, you know, when you die, you start over and you gain slightly permanent upgrades. But overall, very fast-paced movement. Let me just mess around with the Sky Swords, what's up? How's it going? Good to see you. Dally, are you excited for them bringing back Metal Gear 4, or you don't care for that? I'm just gonna let myself die so I can start over this run. Bring back Metal Gear 4, I don't care for that chain. No, I'm excited. I personally am a fan of remakes and remasters, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, I'm down for that for sure. Metal Gear is such an awesome series. Let me just mess with the audio for 1 second here. Armando, hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm having a good day. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. That's awesome. Glad you appreciate the videos too. All right, 1 sec, guys. Gonna double face it here for a second. There we go. Trippy. Just trying to fix the audio. Neo, how's it going, man? Yeah, you caught a stream. You did. Welcome in. Yakuza 0 announcing they're releasing. Yeah, that's crazy from Sega. Dally, this is such a peak game. I really enjoy Dead Cells. There's a lot of stuff I still need to learn about this game. Like, why are there so many doors that I can't open and that I can't get through? Like, what are these secrets that I'm missing? Two stashes for the price of one, exactly, XP. Exactly, that's what I should name. The double face. Should just be something I do. Let me know if you guys hear a game audio delay. I can't quite tell. listening to it through my headphones just to see, and I think there is one, but we shall see. If not, amazing. Basically, I got the Santa Claus outfit, and gotta represent. The way they framed it was funny though. In the outfits menu, when you're choosing it, it says just some guy who breaks into people's homes unannounced and gives them random gifts, which, hey, that is Santa Claus. I don't know why this character is in this area. I don't know exactly where I'm trying to go. I think I'm just trying to escape, but this guy has kind of like a Deadpool style personality. I do like the sandals quite a bit. This assassin's dagger is pretty fun. Uh-oh. Not good. Playing on the old box. Oops. Ooh, this guy's a speedster. He's got quick turnaround. There we go. Oh, I'm glad you don't hear any delay. Cool. Might just be on my side, Jared. Thanks for that. It's got really nice music. Very subtle. This game also mentions other games quite a bit and references them, which I think is cool. These little guys, the shield guys are a pain in the butt. Least favorite enemy by far. This is, yeah, Doherty, exactly. This is what Santa's doing. This is kind of how you upgrade during the runs. It's through these abilities that upgrade either your 3 skills, so brutality, survival, and tactics. And each weapon kind of has its own color code that corresponds to one of those. So right now I have 2 brutality, so I've been going with that for quite a bit. Yeah, Dally, the music is wonderful, huh? Really sets the tone. Oh, that's new. This guy used to be alive. There are some cool kind of story elements to it. You can see the Iron Maiden in the background. I can't go up there yet because I need the DLC, but there's some cool kind of story elements where that guy that I just got this key from was alive, but they unalived him. So it's kind of like Dark Souls in that way too, where there are kind of these NPCs that I come across, but they kind of change and say a few things every now and then, and other times they're just they die. So I like that kind of stuff. Gotta take this guy out. Amazing. It's a very addicting game. I haven't actually finished a single run yet, so I don't know how long those will take once I get to the end. But I tend to like bows. I was having a lot of fun with the shield though, big parrying mechanic. She also used to be alive, and her corpse has been decaying over time, which is cool. Didn't make it in under 2 minutes, so I don't get any bonus rewards. Kind of like the cosmetics, to be honest, as you can tell by me wearing Santa Claus. I never got the chance to play Samurai Jack Battle Through Time, no. That sounds like an old PlayStation game. Is that, or a GameCube game? Is that what? Could be a modern game, but let's upgrade our infantry bow and reforge modifier. Nice, Lunch's grenade. We'll take that. This is a very addicting game, though, guys. It's one that for some reason, from afar, the art style, I wasn't really sold on it. something about it just wasn't quite clicking. But then when I played it, I realized how stunning it really is. If I get to the Rampart section, I'll have to show you guys. The backgrounds are beautiful. We'll go with Killer Instinct. There are all these cool little things that I can interact with, and very subtle storytelling hints about how this guy used to be alive but was taken prisoner or something. Oh, be right back. Gotta change my batteries. Good old batteries. PS4 actually, okay. Nice. I haven't played that. Is it a platformer? Because it sounds like one of those old platformers. Sky Swords. I just beat Skyward Sword the other day. I'll be right back and I'll answer your question. See how it says funny? They look a little like me. It's like, oh, what is this guy's story? Oh. And then also back here, bits and pieces of weapons and armor. Hey, I recognize some of this. Like, clearly there's some kind of story that they're hinting at. But it's kind of good subtle storytelling, which I like. This is kind of the hub area where I get my upgrades. Here's where I refill my Dark Souls flask. Sky Sword, so yeah, I did beat the game. And I actually updated my Legend of Zelda tier list afterwards. to reflect how I was feeling about it. And I have a lot of complicated feelings about Skyward Sword. What I was just saying to all these guys was that I could never understand someone picking it as their favorite game, but it is officially now my 9th favorite Legend of Zelda game. So it gets so good at the end. It gets so good. The problem is the reason why it's not, top 5 is because I want new dungeons. And I really like what they did and how they evolved them all, but I appreciated it more on this playthrough, but it's top 10 now, which it really wasn't before. But yeah, I just wish there were more dungeons, But it's number 9, just above the Oracle games. Doherty, yeah, appreciate you, Doherty. You felt so empty when you beat the game. Yeah, Skyward Sword is a special game, and the story truly is special. This is my first time Tepid Pit. Yeah. I haven't really played the game much. I got this Santa outfit, so I know I seem like a pro, but no, I haven't really played it much, but I love it so far. It's very addicting. And I'm trying to also piece together the story, but I'm having a hard time with that. I'm a big bow user so far, but I had a lot of fun with the shield a few runs ago. Now I've got to take out these guys. Wind Waker, I don't know if I've ever told you, XP. Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda game. Easily. Actually, no, Tears of the Kingdom, they're close. Those two are close. I guess Tears of the Kingdom's probably above it, but Wind Waker. So good. These guys are like little, look like Hornet from Silksong. You can get some nasty combos. The infantry bow's real good up close. Oh, I'm feeling smooth now. Oh, I did not know that's your least favorite 3D Zelda. It's a big problem, Alyssa. I had no idea. What is it about it? We've got to hash this out. This changes our entire friendship. Oh, I shouldn't have taken a drink there. At one point was Breath of the Wild #1 for me. Breath of the Wild actually was never my #1. I actually didn't love Breath of the Wild when I first played it. I was one of those people who was so shocked by the change that it took me a second. But no, it was Wind Waker and then until Tears of the Kingdom came out. Breath of the Wild now is my #6 is what I had it. #6 on my list. I do, it grows on my list every year, it gets higher, but I appreciate it more, but uh-oh, this is a bad place. No, I grew up on the ocean, so Wind Waker has a special place in my heart. Sailing on the Great Sea is like such a spiritual experience for me. What is it about it that you don't like? I know the no damage run is, it's long gone. You just beat Link's Awakening last week? Yeah, Link's Awakening is a really special game. That one's just outside of my top 10, but I really love Link's Awakening and how weird it is. Something about this guy tells me he could just destroy me if we fought. You do get some good rewards for taking out 60 enemies without getting hurt. So there's some incentive to fly through and take out everyone without getting hurt. Magic bow fires homing arrows that deal more damage if they hit the same enemy. No, I like my infantry. I haven't figured out what the Sapphire Keys are for yet. I know what the Emerald Keys are for. They open those sarcophagus looking things. Here's the king. We'll skin you alive. Someone left a cow's head. Whoever it was, he was a bit of an artist. He carefully traced the king's coat of arms on the animal's forehead. People did not like the king. I mean, he looks as evil as it gets. He looks like the Black Knight from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, actually. You disliked the Divine Beast in the story. Yeah, I did too. But what did you not like about with the Wind Waker? That's what I need. That's what I'm so concerned about. How's your vacation going, by the way? XP, what are your thoughts on Zelda? I always forget, those guys don't really get stunned. Everyone else, when I hit them, they kind of are stunned a little bit. The green guys are not having that. The Santa Claus outfit is so good. These guys you can get super close to. The arrow then attack combo is a deadly one. Especially with the infantry bow. That. Bam. There's also these arrows that pop up periodically that I don't quite understand. They're like good green arrows and good or bad red ones. If anyone knows how to get through this pillar too, let me know. This little stone here, because it looks like I should be able to smash downward, but it ain't working. You enjoy Wind Waker, it's just not your favorite. Oh, I thought you said it's your least favorite. Yeah, I understand. I'm a sucker for the ocean, so. Abby, hey, good to see you again. It's been a bit. I guess it's been a bit since I've streamed, so that's why, but good to see you again. In terms of the story, you love the story and the art style, yeah. Toon Link is awesome. One of my favorite Smash characters. Doherty, it might be because of an ability. That's very true. The thing is, there aren't too many permanent... Actually, there are a couple of permanent abilities. You might be onto something, actually. This also represents something in the story, too, but I don't know what. Your cat brought a dead bird in the house? Oh my gosh, Tepid. My cat is a menace. So I understand that, because right before the stream, this is why I was late, I was going to be at 6. He stood on the power button on the computer and another button. So he initiated like a hard reset. And that was just pure chaos. So I could not stream when I wanted to. But that's not on the level as a dead bird. My childhood cats used to bring in dead bunnies, which was really sad. Like baby bunny. It's pretty brutal. Dead bird is... That's crazy. Ocarina of Time 1 XP. I respect that. Yep, great pick. Oh, I should use my healing. I've been living dangerously. Breath of the Wild 2. Wow, okay. Majora's Mask 3, Wind Waker 4, Twilight Princess 5. Those are great picks. I mean, you can't go wrong, but those particularly love that list. Twilight Princess 1, yep. Tears of the Kingdom 3, Majora's Mask. Yep, I like that. Mine is Tears of the Kingdom 1, Wind Waker 2, Ocarina of Time 3, Link to the Past 4, and then Majora's Mask is 5. Look at all of us having Majora's Mask in that top 5. I love it. Speaking of art styles, I want to see brought back. No bueno at all. Oh, that was a good dodge. Gotta love the self-compliments. I forget that I can do more than one shot of my bow. That's important to remember. It's just so... the combat's so fun and fluid. Music's kind of wondrous. The organ is real nice. All I really need is the bow for this run, honestly. It's way better than my dagger. Especially because it has AoE effects. Or AoE. Just AoE. You love to live on the edge. It's the best way to go, especially in Souls games. Can't go wrong. Finally have enough money to spend here. What do I want? Let's get a fire and an ice grenade. Young Link's the best. Wind Waker, one of my favorite soundtracks. Absolutely. Wind Waker and Skyward Sword both have great soundtracks. And Ocarina of Time as well. But my favorite song is the Song of Healing of any song. The Great Sea theme and the Song of Healing are like my two, you just can't beat those. The King once again. Another one of these that I don't quite understand. Did I care much for the Mario games? I did. I've played almost every Mario game. Super Mario World is one of my favorite games that has ever existed. So love that game. Really liked Mario Wonder. Really love Mario Galaxy. Yep. Love the Mario games. Top 5 of those, I guess I'd say Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario World. Super Mario Wonder, probably. And then... I don't know, actually. What would be next? Super Mario Bros. 3, I guess. I didn't really love Odyssey. You have to sing that when you're sailing, exactly. Out of all the merchants in gaming history, who'd make the most compared to them all? There are so many merchants. That's such a tough question. I like to think one of the wealthiest was the merchant in Star Fox Adventures, who traded in scarabs. Something about that guy spoke like infinite levels of wealth to me, though. Sounds like an ad campaign. Absolutely. Okay, let's put money towards this cosmetic. We'll stick with the dagger, screw it. We'll just upgrade the heck out of it and get the victims burning. $64% damage. Yeah, we'll go full brutality. We'll heal this up. Dead Cells, yeah, definitely a game that I recommend. I do. There's also this malaise that's mentioned. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of blight, but here it is. Here is where I look at this game and I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful game. Love this art style. It doesn't quite shine until, for me, until I see the sunshine, the kind of light scattering, those kind of the sunset, you know, color spectrum is where this game really shines. So when you finally escape those dungeons, it's just stunning. I loved New Super Mario Bros. On Wii. That was also a great one. Yep. I've heard really great things about Ender Magnolia. Yeah, I love a great soundtrack too. Yep, that exactly, Doherty. I had a similar moment, and if anyone here has beaten Hades, I'm sure you know too. A very similar moment where you kind of walk out after you finally beat Hades for the first time, and you walk out past that area where you fight him, and it's all snowy, and then you kind of reach this point where you're looking out over the ocean, and it's just kind of, you know, what's his name, Zagreus? Something like that. Makes a comment about how this is Poseidon's domain, and you're just like, it pans out, and the camera even itself pans out, and you're looking out just over the ocean as the sun is setting. And it's a stunning shot, and it's one of those things where it's like, wow, I finally escaped. And it's a really well done shot, because you really do feel free. You finally get that taste of freedom after escaping from hell. It's literally, you know, so it's that game nailed it. And this game, it's kind of having that same effect to a much smaller degree, but just look at all this. So cool. Beautiful. I have to be careful because I can fall off of the ramparts. It's risky. My next video is going to be about spirituality. Something that I hold near and dear to my heart, and that ties into gaming in a really special way, and I'm excited to talk about that. Should be fun. Something you don't really think about with games, but games, more than any form of media, kind of offer a special gateway into spirituality, if you ask me, so that should be a lot of fun. Just a very big week at work, so managing that as well with the real job is always the balance with YouTube, but I'm glad I found this time to come and hang out with everyone. Streaming is always a very good time. Yeah, the yellowish orange combo is perfect for this game. The way they did the lighting, where it's kind of scattering and it's kind of misty, you know? The kind of operatic humming. Wonderful. It's kind of like the soundtrack's kind of like, there's like a bit of hope in the operatic humming and singing, but there's also the war drums, and it's still like, yeah, this is beautiful, but don't forget, you're here to fight, you know. At least that's how I'm hearing it. These little guys can shoot through the barriers. Don't forget to down smash. Jumped right into that arrow, that's silly. Alright, where's this taking us? Wow! Oh heck yes, Sky Swords. Yeah, I am excited to put it out. It's been a bit, and it's been so tough to find the time to make the videos lately. But it's still something I love. That's what matters. Oh, the Black Bridge. So basically this means boss fight up ahead. It's the only boss I've reached so far in the game. Alright, let's see. Let's get the ice bow. Let's just do it. It's kind of, it really sounds a lot like, now that I'm hearing it, kind of like Game of Thrones. Let's try this out. Recycle that for money. It sounds a lot like the Game of Thrones intro, now that I'm hearing it. Listening closely. XP, yeah, I have an answer to that question for sure. Doherty, yeah, you're gonna head out? Alright, yeah, I think I'll be live, you know, usually a couple hours is usually a good time for me. So, Doherty, it's always nice having you here. Always love chatting with you. I'll catch you next time, if not later tonight. Catch you later. Do I ever wonder that I'll worry to run out of things to make videos about? So getting back to that question. I guess the way that I think about it is, you know, I've seen these other people that I watch in terms of like Strider is a big one that I think about, where he kind of said, you know what, I just feel like I'm not making these videos. I'm not, you know, connecting with what I want to do anymore. Let me just quickly do this. And so yeah, that definitely popped into my head. I was like, oh, could that be me? So the answer is yes. I have thought about that. And there have been times where I just kind of sit and think, and I'm just like, huh, I don't know if I have anything to make a video about. And I don't really, you know, put that pressure on myself, I guess. And I think at the end of the day, the way that I've seen it and thought about it is, I feel like I am kind of at this point where a lot of my videos are kind of, I'm talking about similar things, and I'm talking about kind of life in general. And so there's kind of two paths that my channel would take after that, which is, you know, devoting more time to live streaming and hanging out versus making videos and just kind of talking about life and spending more time doing that. Or the second thing would be just kind of make videos about whatever I want as they come to my mind, and whether that's something in the news or whether that's a thought that I had about something else, you know, whether that's whatever it is, you know, so whatever it's going to be. I think that being okay with not always having the deepest video out there that there is, because I feel like that's when it's felt forced for me. So like the spirituality thing, I was just kind of meditating, and I had these kind of moments where work is not very easy right now. So it's feeling all that, and then kind of realizing how much gaming is a part of that, and how I want to talk about spirituality, because it's a huge part of gaming for me, and it's one of the reasons why I play. So that was a natural idea, and I was like, all right, I'll make a video, but if nothing pops into my head, then I just won't put that pressure on myself. So I guess I don't necessarily worry about it, because if I can't and I worry that I ran out of ideas, then that will mean I became too attached to the wrong stuff in my head, I guess. And I became too attached to the idea of succeeding and too attached to the views and all that stuff if I start to worry about it. And so it's just making sure I stay grounded and just like, I'm making videos for stuff that I find interesting, and the cool part is everyone else finds interesting too. And if I keep doing that, like if I talk about the Ocarina of Time reveal trailer, for instance, and that's something I find interesting, not feeling that pressure to be like, this needs to be the deepest video ever. And just kind of, maybe I'll put that one out. And it probably won't get as many views, but it's still me. You know, at the end of the day, that is what this channel is. So, I know what you mean, though. It's something that I've thought about for sure. The work YouTube balance. You'll cook on it. I know it. Appreciate that. It's, yeah, work has been tricky lately. Let me say that. I'll keep it, like I said in the beginning of the stream, I'll keep it political, but it's been tricky in a few ways, so. Very tricky. Now, this is another beautiful scene. This feels like Castlevania Central right here, which I have never played Castlevania, but these are the kind of vibes I'm expecting. Silent, calm before the storm. Beautiful, beautiful moon. And then this guy. Hit him with a couple bombs, thaw him, freeze him, fire him, freeze him again. Oh, this bow is powerful against him. He's really good to have a parry against, I've noticed, so if I have a shield. There's no way, actually maybe. Oh, I forgot he can do that. He's actually very, I've never lost to this boss. Maybe once, maybe once. Oh, I forgot he does that. It'll be the one time I lose now that I said that, right? Kind of how that goes on streams. I think I should pop my healing now though while I've got a sec. That's a good dodge. That attack, I'm not sure quite how to heal up. My arrow's very good right now. He cannot deal with the frost image at all. XP, do you think about that too? Ice melee, cool. Hard light sword is a tricky one because I have to use a gun to accompany it. I don't think I want to mess with that right now. I just don't think I want to. We'll upgrade my ice grenade though for sure. All right, we've crossed the Black Bridge. We're heading into town. Upgrade the fire grenade. And the ice bow. Cool. 20% of the items. Awesome. Look at these characters though, I love them. It's so weird. They're so fun and interesting. It's such a kind of fantasy, sci-fi, kind of a Steam World vibes to it. There's so many different genres. Cool. Heal this up. Amazing. What are you playing right now, Sky Swords? There's so much happening. By the time you cross the Black Bridge, things start to get wild, and there's so much happening on the screen. Whoa. Gotta be careful. Got distracted by chat. That tells in chat do not go together. Yeah, XP. I'm also I'm inspired by everyone as well, and I've wanted to have multiple channels. I've thought about that. It's a good way to be. Good way to keep the creative process flowing. I know you don't listen to a whole lot of artists, but do you have any favorite artists? That's a good question. Yeah, I would say Dawes is one of my favorites. D-A-W-E-S. I really like Houndmouth. I'm a big fan of the Eagles as well, like a classic band there. I'm a big fan of older country, so John Prine, Chris Christopherson, The Highwaymen. Yeah. My tastes vary, but those are some of my favorites that I can think of off the top of my head. Fring, yes, I'm a Pistons fan. You got it. How am I feeling about the lack of moves they made in comparison to how much the rest of the East? Honestly, it is concerning because every single team feels like they've gotten better. Except maybe for the Celtics. Maybe, even them, because Tatum's back without Brown. They could be better, but it does feel like every team's gotten better. And except for the Hornets, I guess, too, but I'm worried. I think Cade Cunningham's a beast. Depends on how Jalen Duren's contract works out and what is happening with him, because we still don't know what's going on there. If I had to guess, I'd say the Pistons are probably going to be 6th or 5th, probably in the East. I think that what they had last year is pretty special. But they had some kind of magic. They lost Isaiah Stewart. And he was a big part of that identity. And I would say Asar Thompson's going to take another leap this year. He's going to be really good. I'd like to see Ron Holland do better, but I think probably 5th, maybe 4th or 5th. I think probably 76ers are going to be better, obviously. We'll see, though. That team could also be a complete weird mess like those old Lakers teams with Nash and Dwight Howard sort of thing. But I think they'll still make the playoffs, but I think they are worse overall than they were, which is unfortunate. The guy they got from OKC is going to be a really good pickup, though. Can't remember, is Cason Wallace? Did they get Cason Wallace? He's going to be a really good fit. You a Pistons fan? James Taylor, great songwriter. Really like his stories that he tells and the guitar, but his voice, his voice gets me in a certain way that it's not my favorite voice at the end of the day. But love him as a songwriter, though. That guy's... You just finished... Yeah, I saw it. Tomb Raider. That's such an awesome series, that newer Tomb Raider series. A lot of fun. Oh man, Oblivion on Switch 2 is such a perfect fit. You haven't played Elden Ring yet? Oh man, I almost played that on this stream. It was either Dead Cells or Elden Ring. Those are my two games I was thinking about. Elden Ring. Have you played any Souls games? The Toxic Sewers. Here we go. Find Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Touche. I grew up listening to him. Yeah, I did too. I did. You know, he was always playing around the house, and I respect him as a musician. But there's a few musicians that just can't get past their voice. He feels like one of those musicians that, as I grow up and become an older man, I will start to appreciate a lot more as well. Feels like he's one of those type of guys. The blood sword feels kind of bad, but I'm not sure if that's true. Let's do this. Santa Claus is coming to town. You hadn't played that one since around launch? Yeah, Tomb Raider. Ah, I love that series. No Souls games. Wow. What an exciting time for you. I hope you like it. That's a whole new world waiting for it to open up for you. Indiana Jones, I remember that game is one of the last videos I made before like the big video about early morning gaming blew up. That video about how we need more games like this is what that video was called. 'Cause I really liked that game. That felt like an awesome blast from the past. Big time game for me. Highly recommend that one. Someone in my chat once said they were going to try it because of that video. I don't remember if they did. I never checked in. I can't remember who it was. I'm trying to go fast through this level so I can get the upgrades. Going super whip speed. Bad thing about the Toxic Sewers are those little scorpion guys that spawn. Yeah, Indiana really had a special place in my heart. And it was cool to see that a game like that could still be made today, you know? Yeah, I feel like I will say that game's not for everyone. It's definitely gets kind of samey, I feel like, but and I do think that the game, I think like it peaks early, like the best part of the game is the beginning, but it's super fun. Alyssa and I are going to be on a podcast together pretty soon. Ooh, this guy, I have something he wants, so he keeps on trying to catch me. I don't know how our story's going to resolve with him. Creepy. Alyssa, I'm really hoping that we've timed it perfectly. So we are there like the week of the Ocarina reveal or something like that. Not the reveal, but you know what I mean. The trailer would be sweet. Maybe it's just the, maybe the first person stuff isn't for you. I could see that. It's definitely different. Alright, where is the way out of here? If I can get there before 8 minutes, I get a little bonus. Nice, got my left trigger. Button map thing. Cool. I must be close. Frost Blast. I don't know. I'm liking the Electric Whip. It's a good starting guy. Just 'cause it hits more than one. What my favorite is to get some of the big weapons like the broadsword or the flint hammer. That does damage. I might not make it out of here in 8 minutes. Perfect. These little guys, because they can't be stunned, and they also drop those, like the martyrdom. I see you there. I guess I'm not gonna make it out of here in 8 minutes, huh? There's no way for me to. Way for me to go. That's fine. Can't really go up. Ooh, that one got me. Oh, you're on this Wednesday? You're doubling up? Power move from you. Nice. Nice. Are they at PAX West? I don't know when they leave for that, actually. Cyberpunk, Skyrim at times. Oh, because you switch, yeah. Metroid Prime, yeah, maybe it's not that. I don't know what it could be. It is. I mean, it's not the most interesting gameplay, I'd say. I think that it really helps. Oh, here's one of my favorite big weapons. It's like a Kirby hammer. Is when you, like when you grew up loving Indiana Jones, I feel like that could be a big part of it. That's a big thing for me about that game. Oh, he's invincible, and he's this little bugger. Nice. Takes forever to fire this bow. This is a very slow build I've got. Bam. Alright, cool. But if I upgrade this hammer just a little bit, I'll be able to one-shot most enemies. Oh, baby. Nice. Thought he could get. Wow, that bow is very slow. Interesting. When it hits, though, it hits. That's for sure. There we go. This is the upgrade I needed, I think. Yep. One hit. Nah, not quite that guy. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you just have to be a fan of Indiana Jones too. There's a lot of callbacks, and it's kind of amazing how similar Troy Baker sounds to Harrison Ford. Oh, the gardener. The problem is this guy will never... I'll always find this key because I can't access that yet. Because I need the DLC. That's some cool DLC. Castlevania. Some other stuff. I wanted to get out of here in under a minute, but I don't think I'm going to be able to again. Yeah, I've been finding some long routes. That's okay. That guy's shield is serious. Cool. The shield guys. Nice. Got him. I'm getting a lot of money. We'll say that. See where this warp takes me. XP, catch you later. I'll keep in touch about my side of that video. Excited. I love talking about friction. That was awesome. Hey, what's up, Miss Feisty? How's it going? Good to see you. Playing some Dead Cells, if you are familiar. We will do the restock. Woo. I'm glad to hear that, Miss Feisty. I know last time things were kind of tough for you, so I'm glad to hear that. I would say I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, glad to be here. I don't like those modifiers. That's a good one. I'll do that. Cool. You're not familiar? Okay, it's kind of like Hollow Knight, if you ever played that. Very similar movement style. It's a fun game. Whew. I just started it myself, but I got the Santa Claus outfit already, so we are going festive mode. That my hammer can't quite take guys out in one hit. 2 is pretty solid though. Bam. And it's nice that it stuns guys as well. I haven't taken any damage yet, so I've got to be careful. This is kind of like Mario. Oh, whoa. That was close. My brain just processed that really fast. If I can get 60 in a row without taking damage, then I get a bonus, so. Oh, how did he sneak that one off? Tricky guy. Yeah, I didn't know if it was my sort of game either. The art style actually was what ended up drawing me in. It's got some really beautiful parts to it. And I'm a big story guy, so the story, it's a little nonsensical, but it's somewhat interesting enough. Like, there's enough mystery that I'm trying to figure out, like, why was this guy in a cell? And what do I do now, you know? Why am I escaping? What am I escaping from? Whew. You know? We gotta get rid of this shield guy. Bam. Very quiet, I just noticed. No music. That's interesting. Huh. There it is. It's kind of like ambient sound, I guess, in this area. Anyone reading out there these days? Dahmer. Yeah, horror games. What I like about horror games is that their story is a lot like this one, and kind of like Dark Souls, where it's like you kind of have to piece it together a lot of the time. They don't just tell it to you, you know? I like that. Whoa, I'm getting myself in a mess. Gotta be careful. What's he got for sale? Nothing I can buy. Okay. Cool. Oh, the music. Oh man. My streaming stamina. Oh, you in it? It is delayed? Okay. I've been wondering for a bit. Yeah, it's quite delayed, isn't it? I'm glad that... Okay, cool. That's good to know. 1 second. That's very good to know. Appreciate that. Also, your YouTube pick is terrifying. It's been slightly delaying over time. It's always a tricky battle. Magic arrows are nice. It takes so long to fire though. Anyone out there, talked about this earlier, but I think there's a few new people in here. Anyone out there getting GTA 6? There's been so much drama with that. Oh, Miss Feisty, that's fair. There's two different things to take in, my face and the game. So you know what's nice about streaming? It's your choice. You can take in my face or the game if you want. Up dealer's choice, really. Yeah, I'm not a big GTA fan myself. It's kind of what I'm on record saying, but yeah. Excuse me with the yawn. Always knocking on these doors, but nobody ever wants to open up. Bam. Some fun platforming elements. What is this name of this place that I'm in? Promenade of the Condemned is not my favorite area, I must say. It's very pretty, but it's the enemies specifically. They're pain in the butt. I love the organ though. It's also a great name for an area. Promenade of the Condemned. So good. Ooh, my boosted health saved me there. I think I should go this way, actually. No GTA 6, but GTA 5 is coming from eBay. Oh, nice. Have you never played GTA 5? Wow. You got some good games to catch up on. GTA 5, Elden Ring. Oh, I think it'll be worth your $10 for sure. That's cool. Wow. I love it. Oh, that was under 8 minutes. Okay. Blue gold reserves. The ossuary is where they were burning the bodies of all these guys. Upgrade that. Time to get my hammer stronger. Perfect. I have not played Mouse PI for Hire, but that is one of my most hyped games coming into the year. So that's on my list for sure. Yeah, have you? Love that style. Bam. Magic arrows are good. I do wonder if there's an upgrade to... Like, that is so nice. To make it shoot faster. You loved it so much? Okay, cool, cool. Awesome. There's so many games out there, huh? Isn't it so cool how many of us have played some and others haven't played others? I love getting recommendations from you guys. Oh, new blueprint. Torch. That weapon? My audio's delayed again a little bit. Let me just try to fix that one more time. You've never played a GTA game, Skysword? Wow, you thought it was just commit crime all day? You sound like my grandma. That's funny. Let me try this. Whoa. 1 second, guys. The audio is going to be funky for a second. Callahan, yeah, I've got some serious upgrades going. Granny Sky Swords. I love that. Let's see if this delays. Hopefully not. I might turn it down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Callahan, I've been cooking. Let's see. I have played Blueprints a little bit. First of all, love that name because it's such a cool play on words. And second of all, love the atmosphere of that game's great. I need to go back to it. I had to drop it for a bit, but it wasn't because I didn't like it. The elites are very silly. Oh, I'm feeling strong now. Santa Claus is coming to town. Nutcracker, nah. Let's go. So many options. Let's go here. Oh, nice. Yeah. Blueprints is really replayable game, huh? Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I played like maybe a couple hours though, so I didn't really get to know it. But I was like, this is an amazing game already. Such an addicting loop. Kind of like this game, I just wanted to keep going. What? Yeah, Blueprints is kind of like it's like a puzzle game in the style of Clue in a way. Like it kind of feels like you're playing the game Clue by yourself, and you're trying to find your, I think it was your grandfather's treasure, and he's giving you some clues. You only have a set amount of like keys you can use per day, but I'm sure that Miss Feisty and Alyssa can definitely explain it much better than me. You kept singing that? That's not Escape Room, yeah. That's not very granny of you, Sky Swords. Alright, this is risky for me because when I take the curse, that means one hit and I'm dead now. Finally got my second grenade. Very risky. You never escaped. Your foundation was in an awful place. Nice. Are you playing anything now? Because I know last time you said that you haven't quite found anything that caught you. Agori display, frightening skull, maimed corpse, reverse cross, purple flames. They've got it all. This is where I think something horrible was summoned that's related to what the heck happened. No, one hit and I'm done. That was close. I've got to play it safe. Oh, that guy's gonna be trouble. Gotta play it real safe, unfortunately. What? So much for playing it safe. I didn't think that little guy would attack so fast. That was crazy. Yeah, the money. I remember you have to strategize a ton. Hey, Air Hestor. Hey, glad you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, very chill around here. Just kind of hanging out, playing some Dead Cells, really. The double pans are really good. You play games every day, but some games are playing with friends or being live, I guess. I don't know if I can mention that, but oh yeah, no, you can totally, of course. That's cool. Yeah, there was a point in time where I when I gamed it was live, so absolutely. I get that. I would recommend Dead Cells, but first I would have to ask you what kind of games you enjoy. If you enjoy Hollow Knight, you enjoy Cult of the Lamb, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate, I think you would like these games. Or this game. Castlevania as well, it's kind of that side-scrolling Castlevania style. Gonna beat this guy into submission. The flint is very good to have early on, which is what I just got. Very long range. I don't know if that's actually meta or not, but I know I like it. Cult of the Lamb, I saw you playing that too. I have not played the expansion pack. Did you like that? Oh yeah, Woolhaven, exactly. How is it? Because I love snowy vibes, and I love Cult of the Lamb. I think that Cult of the Lamb, what it does that I love so much that's so different from any game like it, is kind of the at-home, like, farming sort of aspect, the social aspect. This game does not have that. It's pretty cut and dry. This is bad news. You have 40 hours in it? Yeah, okay. I have probably similarly. I had a really good time with that game. Got a pretty good build so far. I'm hitless right now, so this is very good for me. 24 hitless is really good. I haven't been touched a single time yet. I'm glad that you tried it out though. Like a chicken on this person's head. I don't understand it. Yeah, in terms of genre, it's a good distinction because I said both. And that's why I said, you know, you kind of have the Metroidvania of Hollow Knight, but you have the roguelite of Cult of the Lamb. It's like a perfect mix of those. But it's definitely a roguelite in terms of the actual genre of the game. With some slight Metroidvania elements where, you know, there are permanent upgrades I get that allow me to reach new places, but overall, definitely a roguelite. Definitely. But it's not, again, it's nice though, because it's one of those roguelites. I guess it's not roguelite, roguelike, those terms all are very confusing to me, but it's nice because this one does have permanent upgrades that you carry over, which is my distinction, where I won't play something if it's literally just resetting. I need that. I need some carryover run to run, you know? Infantry grenade or sinew slicer? Let's get a grenade. Love a good grenade. Very, very Hollow Knight music, though. We'll do the root grenade. And we'll work more towards restock. Eight. Upgrade my flint. Upgrade my root grenade. %% damage to a target covered. That's not really helpful to me right now. 40% damage to a burning target, 60% to a bleeding target. Oh, Biter's Crawl from the Dead's a good one. That was a good gamble. Alright, cool. We're all set up. We're going to the promenade. Yeah, oh, I should have said Hades. Hades is... I love Hades. And... yeah. Hades nails it, in my opinion, and this is very similar to Hades in terms of that carryover, I'd say. Like, I do feel significantly more powerful. Not significantly, but powerful enough, like I can feel the change run to run. Obviously, the key difference with this versus Hades is you have to like the side-scrolling aspect, which is obviously not for everyone. And Hades also they tie in the story really well. You know, so far what I've played, you know, 5 hours of Dead Cells, it's not on the level of Hades, but it's very fun, and I'm intrigued enough to find out why I'm this random guy that just got reborn in a cell. Like, how did I get here? What's my life? There's just enough that keeps me intrigued, but I'd recommend it for someone that's curious. I would say, like, if it's 20 bucks or something, totally worth it. I don't know what it's running for, but 20 to 30, 20 definitely worth it so far. A good time. And nice music as well. This build I have right now is very nice. Flint is so powerful. No, I'll keep that. Everything's just a one shot. My bow is really good. Those guys are a pain in the butt, I will say that. I have kind of a low max health, which is interesting. Hades. Cult of the Lamb was actually my first roguelike, and that was a great introduction to it. I have this thing where it's tough because, like, with Slay the Spire, that's another one that I really like. I like the idea of the thing you can change and upgrade being the characters rather than the weapons. But Hades changed my mind on that completely. This is a lot like Cult of the Lamb in the way that you have a certain amount of weapons and you can kind of upgrade them, and there's different variants that are more powerful, like the numbered system. That's very Cult of the Lamb-like. I have not played Hades 2 yet. I have it downloaded on the Switch 2. Toa and the Guardians in your backlog, yeah. I've heard good things about that too. I think from Stash probably. It's like half of my gaming recommendations. Nice, huge restoring. Subtle. I have been craving a good story-based game. Like a Final Fantasy. I'm in the mood for like absorbing a good story. After beating Skyward Sword, I feel like I want like some kind of JRPG or something. Last time I was on the podcast, Alyssa, that one ran for quite a bit. And Eric wasn't there, which is a bummer, but... Oh, I'm cooking these guys right now. The one hit Flint is so powerful. These guys barely survived the hit. Whoa, getting excited. Oh, I thought I could fit up there. If only I knew how to get down there. What? I also don't know how to get up on these tall... Like, you'd think I could wall jump maybe, but not yet at least. Find their shield. Oh man, how do I get up there? Oh, cool. Cool. I'll upgrade these again because I have so many brutality ones. No keys at all. Got him. This is crazy how powerful I am right now. I hope I'm going to the Black Bridge soon because I would mess up the boss right now. What is up? I don't usually take this elevator, so I'm gonna try it. Ah, the ramparts. Nice. Nice. I think I'm gonna go in a few minutes, guys. Just about 8:30. Got a couple hours in. Probably just walk out onto the ramparts so everyone can see it. That beautiful scenery again. Teleports you behind the enemy. That's a good power right there. Okay. Do that. 60% damage to a bleeding target. I don't have anything that causes bleeding right now. Victims slow down all nearby enemies when they die. That's good. Victims burn when they die and 40%. That's too good. I can't change that. Cool. I know, Miss Feisty. 2 hours right now is my max anyway. I'd love to do 3 or 4, but not in the cards right now with what time I get home. Have you tried Absalom? I have tried Absalom. And it's funny you ask if it's on Switch. I've played it on Xbox. And I love that game. Really good game, really good co-op game. If you have a friend to play with, I would highly recommend that. That's a fun game. That's a good one. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful game too. Feels like you're playing like an animated cartoon. Like a kind of looks like Critical Role, like Amazon Prime animated show. It's such a good one. I've heard the same things about it. Here we are on the ramparts. This scene perfectly captures the beauty of Dead Cells. Absolutely wonderful. Stunning. But also kind of decrepit, empty, and very solemn. Don't know what happened in this game. I don't know anything about the lore, but it sure is pretty when you make it out of the dungeon, huh? Feels kind of like their money shot. For those people that played Hades, I was talking about this. This kind of reminds me of that moment after you beat Hades for the first time. I don't want to spoil it too much, I guess, but there's a moment where you walk out and you just see this beautiful scene with the ocean, and it's just like, I made it out. I made it. It's freedom. And this feels like freedom in a way. But it's funny because I'm not even halfway through a run, but it's freedom in a sense. So I love that. Well, guys, Alyssa, thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone else for being here and chatting. It's always fun to chat with you guys. I love streaming. Someday I'll have more time. I know it. I know it. For now, I've got a video or two a week. Maybe one every 2 weeks. And I want to do a few more shorts. And we'll go from there. So for now, sporadic streams, few videos, and seeing you guys when I can. Hop in the Discord if you want. If none of you are in there, I'm in there a little more often. I try to be in there more talking and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of you here saying goodbye. Hope to see you again too, or Hest or Miss Feisty. Appreciate that. I shall take care of myself. I hope the same for you. And honestly, streaming is a way of self-care. So that's a fun thing. That's a fun thing. Until next time, guys. See you then.